What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. So a few days ago, as of recording this video, I did make a patch notes video for season 7 talking about all the weapon changes as well as all the other perk changes and just all the other balancing changes in general. But today we are going to basically start off patch notes part 2, which is more, I guess, the functional changes within the game itself. Changes that I'm talking about do refer to rank updates, different rotation of weapons in Battle Royale, as well as some other unique changes to tournament mode as well. There are other changes, but I can't name them all like off the top of my head because I haven't put the pictures on into like this timeline. But yes, there are quite a bit of changes for this season 7 major update. So now we do have a new mode called Safeguard. I'm assuming this is going to go to the playlist instead of having it just be like a normal mode. So basically it explains that an escort team escort the robot to its destination within a limited time. Defense team, you must prevent enemy robots from entering the target area. The robot is powered by energy and activates automatically. They also activate faster if there is a defending team nearby. When the robot is activated, it moves forward along the specific path. When the robot receives damage, the robot energy is consumed. When the energy is exhausted, the robot automatically shuts down and requires a reboot. Robots have resistance for each weapon, so use the items and weapons strategically. So some of you guys may not know what this is, given if you have, played the past Call of Duties in the past. In Black Ops 3, this is where it originated from. You basically had to escort this robot from like a point A to point B. It wasn't really that difficult to understand. You had, of course, the enemies like stopping you from escorting the robot, and like I said on the description, if it shoots it enough, it does shut down for a time. But basically the goal is just to have it completely go into that objective, just have it walk all the way to that objective, and you basically win the round. Think about it simply as a single hardpoint that moves. So now we do have some infinite potential updates. So if you, just in case you guys don't know what that is, it's kind of like one of those like restrictive game modes that you've been seeing on the playlist, team deathmatch, but you have to get headshots only, or shipment but with no score streak, stuff like that. So they added more features to it, which is one is like a permanent UAV. So basically, of course, you guys probably know what that is if you do play private matches. It's just a UAV that stays on 24/7, so you get to see where your enemies are at all times. And also there is another one called No Ghost. Playlist where Ghost perk is not active and will be updated. Don't forget that your location can easily be discovered by enemies. I don't know if they're gonna play into a single mode where like even if you try to use Ghost in this particular permanent UAV mode, it's still not gonna work or something like that, or it might be just a completely separate thing. But again, I don't really think a lot of people use Ghost that often if they're just gonna have that as a separate mode in and of itself. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how this turns out. So also we do have a new map, given that's a new set of seasons, which is Seaside. A cool new map appears just by looking at it. Enjoy this summer by enjoying the blue sea, sound, and hot sand. So just in case you guys don't know where this map comes from specifically, it does originate from Black Ops 4. If anything, I think it was one of the maps that appeared upon launch of that specific game. And I think by far, it was probably one of the best, newest maps at the time. I really enjoyed playing Seaside in Black Ops 4, like no matter what mode it was. They also ended up having like an alternate version of the Seaside where it takes place in the evening rather than, maybe in the afternoon or the morning. So yeah, they had different versions of like various maps in the game, including like a night version of Firing Range. So there's not really that much going on with the score streaks. A new operator skill says that they have this tac deploy. Basically, it's a kind of like a, how do I explain this? It's a tactical insertion that your whole entire team that could use, and I think this might be used a lot in modes such as domination or hardpoint, just to have the whole team like spawn even closer to the hardpoint than they already do. So yeah, I can't really picture how far this is gonna go. Hopefully the operator skill doesn't have that much durability that you could just destroy with like an EMP grenade or something like that. But yeah, there are other optimizations, basically just the Wilson joystick operation logic. I think it's going to be a little bit more easier to control. I've only ever used it once, but yeah, I didn't really like using it at all. It was very weird, especially for controllers. So I don't know if people on touch were really like struggling as well, but I think it was enough for them to actually optimize this. So now we do have some ranked match updates. There's nothing really that special. They're just kind of reminding you to continue hitting legendary on both modes so you can get that legendary skin at the very end of the year. And also they added the Series 3 ranked rewards, so if anyone missed out during that time, you can pick up those rewards as soon as you start up ranked for next season. So there are other optimizations for ranked. Some items such as ranked protection cards and victory bonus cards have been added to the list of incentive prize items. They also fixed a bug where ranks of the top 5,000 legendary players were not displayed on the kill cam. They optimized the Grandmaster icon bonus to make it more tangible. Keep in mind that Grandmaster bonus will help you quickly rise to Grandmaster 3. Rank EXP obtained from Overpower on ranked match summary page has been increased. Other updates include added score streak manipulation tips, added a function to display the player with the highest contribution for each round of search and destroy, and it fixed a bug where Dead Silence perk was not applied in the kill cam. And they do have a little side note that says the kill cam is a simulation screen, so it may be slightly different from play simulation at the time. We will do our best to implement a more vivid kill cam to help players improve their skills in the future. Also, quick tactical voice messages are no longer blocked when a player is blocked. You must select block all voice messages to block both text messages and tactical voice messages. So we do have some Battle Royale changes as well. So they added some updates to the training grounds, added a class charging function, and optimized the command panel interface. They adjusted the HP of the flying target and optimized the appearance of the flying target after being stunned. Other updates adjusted zipline positions of isolated, Battle Royale weapon rotation. So I'm not sure if this applies to all the Battle Royale maps, including Alcatraz, but the new assault rifles for the rotation are the M16, AK-117, M4, AK-47, ICR-1, Peacekeeper MK2, Swordfish, EM2, Maddox, and Growl 556. While the sniper rifles include the DLQ-33, Outlaw, Rytec AMR, and HDR. For the LMGs, they have the RPD and the Chopper, and for SMGs, they have the RUS-79U, QQ-9, QXR, Switchblade X9, PPSH-41, OTS-9, and the Striker-45. For the shotguns, they have the Bi-15, HSO, pretty much all the major shotguns that are usually used in BR, and for the marksman rifles, Kilo Bolt Action, as well as the SKS. So now they talk about the weapons as well as the new signature attachments. So the first off, let's talk about the Striker 45 SMG. It's a submachine gun with low to medium fire rate, although it has the advantage of being slightly high mobile while dealing massive damage to opponents. Excellent for mid-range damage attenuation. And for the new signature attachment, it's called the Macro IFS, a drum magazine that recharges rapidly, dramatically increasing kill rates. However, the increased weight reduces maneuverability. So at first I didn't know what the signature attachment was for. It could have been for like any LMG or any assault rifle, but it's already confirmed to be for the ICR-1. So we do have some very, very interesting changes for tournament mode, which is the reward wheel. So let's actually get into it. So after a long monitoring, or I guess long-term monitoring, we've found that COD point rewards via tournament leaderboards are difficult for many players to enjoy due to the rather high hurdles. We've added a lottery system to the tournament, hoping that all players participating in the tournament will have a chance to win COD point rewards rather than just being limited to a few top players. The system includes rewards such as COD points, tournament winner chests, and credits. So they do further elaborate on the reward wheel. So it says completing free milestones and premium milestones will give you a chance to win raffle rewards. Existing COD point rewards on leaderboards will be replaced with multi-draw awards at the settlement of leaderboards. Other honor rewards will remain the same. I'm assuming they're talking about, like, you know, maybe that 7-day calling card or frame that you usually get for being on the top. And also the lottery ends every Wednesday, so I'm assuming that you probably make a draw and then like at the end of at Wednesday you probably find out what you actually get. I'm assuming if you're much higher in the leaderboards, you probably get multiple tries with the lottery, so you might end up getting multiple rewards if you are on the top. But if you're just someone that just completes the milestone or even the free milestone, you're probably just going to get one try. But let's see how this all turns out, because this is pretty interesting. So for other updates, they added touch avoidance mode. When enabled, accidentally touching the edge of the screen during multiple touches will be ignored. Adding secondary firing mode. When activated, weapons such as launchers will automatically fire instantly. Added 2 options for movable joysticks, moved mode and fixed mode in settings. And for optimized system loadout recommendations, the pro tips section has also been added to the weapon set recommendation system so that you use more diverse loadout options. So for the final optimizations on the right side of the page, There is optimized popular recommendations in weapon set recommendations. The most used weapon sets in each mode are now recommended to players. They also optimized the optic sights of the Switchblade X9 Neon Legend, so it might look a little bit different when the update does come out, so I'm actually ready to see that. And they also added the ability to adjust vertical sensitivity, ground and air vehicle sensitivity. Fixed a bug where top 5,000 legendary players were displayed as only legendary players on the player profile page. So yeah, this update has quite a hefty list of changes, and obviously for good reason. It's a major update. Most of them weren't really that crazy, especially for like ranked and BR. They usually just change the rotation every like other season. But as for changes such as like bug fixes and just adding all these different features, I mean, there's stuff that they didn't mention where like in the test server, if you use like a UAV, there's now like this weird blue banner that basically just notifies everyone that there's a UAV that was called by this certain person. So yeah, there are other stuff like that that still have yet to be seen when the update comes out. Obviously the Korean update should be coming out later on, like around midnight. So if there's any other stuff that has come out that wasn't shown on the patch notes, I will cover, especially with the new seasonal camo. I don't really know what's gonna how the new one's gonna look like, so yeah, I'm very interested in that, as well as the tournament mode stuff, like the little reward wheel. Keep in mind, don't expect like a reward to give you like maybe 7,000 COD points or something like that. I'm pretty sure like most of those rewards, even if they're COD point related, are probably just going to be extremely low, so I don't really think it matters too much. If anything, I would rather just have tournament crates from those rewards anyways. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD mobile content, and I'll see you guys next time.